Hey Key Club, Mr. Hayward here. So our challenge was to talk about mental illness. If you felt comfortable, my challenge was for you to make a video and to share your experience. And I want to give you mine. Now I've been blessed enough to not deal with a lot of mental illness personally. I do have some anxiety. I have had traumas in the past that have caused me to really get to know myself over the years. And I've found that some of the best ways to deal with that is to talk about it and to be open about it. Something that I've never understood and I've never liked is the stigma around mental illness. If you have anxiety or depression or OCD, we never want to talk about it. If my arm hurts and I told you my arm hurts and I go to a doctor, you're not going to think any less of me. But if for some reason there's something broken in my mind and I mention that to people, they get weird about it. So let's get rid of that. Now, since I personally don't deal with a lot of mental illness, I want to come from the standpoint of what should you do if you are somebody who has a friend or a family member who deals with any of them, anxiety, depression, whatever. I will be open, and I got full permission to tell you this. My wife, Mrs. Hayward, is clinically diagnosed with OCD and depression. And we've been married for 8 years, and I've found a couple of different good pieces of advice for you. So let me give you some do's and don'ts. So the first thing that you should do is listen. Just listen. Don't give advice. Don't tell them to cheer up. Don't tell them what they should do. Just listen. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're curious, ask. And if they're not comfortable sharing with you, then they don't have to share it with you. Now, when you're asking questions, don't make it about yourself either. Don't say, oh, I know how you feel, or, oh, that's just like me with this one time. Because when you are listening, you're doing just that. You're listening to the other person, and it's not about you. If you feel the need, you can encourage them to get help. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going to see a doctor. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking medication. There's absolutely nothing wrong with therapy. I've been in therapy before. That being said, if you encourage somebody to go get help, you don't need to give them advice. You don't need to say, well, this is specifically what you need to do. Just encourage. If they ask for your advice, then you can give it. Lastly, I'm just going to say be patient. Be patient and don't be offended if somebody doesn't open up to you at first, because this is their journey. And if you can be a helping hand, a small good part of their journey, awesome. It may take some time, so you need to be patient.